You, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hey, welcome to another episode of Off the Dribble. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. What's up, fellas?
It's good, KP.
Man.
Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Hey, uh, first of all, like I said, happy Sunday, man. Yesterday was we're gonna jump right to it. Yesterday was a big event. Went down Harwood Invitational, held out at Central High School, C's house. Um, I will tell you this: I enjoyed the atmosphere, the crowd kind of being on the closer to the court. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It took you back to like some of the old school gyms where that energy was just flowing through there. And Waste, you got it packed out in there. Good turnout, good events, good games all day. From your standpoint, man, and talk about some of the feedback you received.
Um. So I heard some similar stuff. As far as like the setting, being like I said, more. I don't know, more like you said, more just like the action is just right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the crowds are probably the same, but it looks a little different. Being in a more compact area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that with that right there, the DJ, it was nice, man. I think for this kind of event, it's a good venue, um, so to speak. So I definitely got some ideas that I want to try to do to probably make it even more like a back in the day feel where it's standing room only. I got it a little packed out in there yesterday, but I think it's still some room for improvement to kind of make it a little bit better. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. The games, I think the games are always kind of tight, never tough for whatever reason. That's just how the ball fall on the hardwood invitational days. So,
Yeah.
for from ever since I can remember, man, the games, you have one or two here that are kind of lopsided, but for the most part, man, all the games are like they normally be, close and competitive.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll say this. What's up, Juke? Uh,
Shoot.
Juke, juke.
the your matchup, whatever your methodology is for getting these matchups, man, has been you've been hitting on all cylinders with that because, like you said, all the games have been competitive, right?
Right.
So even going into the games, if you're a fan of this team or a fan of that team, you may think that whoever they're matched up against isn't going to be a worthy component or opponent, right? And then you get in there and actually start playing, you're like, oh, okay, because both teams, I think, realize what that opportunity is, and everybody's out there giving it their all and balling out like that. So definitely from that standpoint, and shout out to the teams for coming and being competitive and wanting to win.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, it's not just another game on the schedule for them.
yeah. So like, it's kind of early in the year when I do it. Like
Mhm.
right Thanksgiving time. So normally right after that, what I'm saying, after the holiday season, or they start going into region play. So
Right.
showcase games are always good and cross matchup, so they can see different styles of play, different opponents from different areas, who they probably won't see, maybe different classifications and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You try to gauge it, and that might help them prepare for later on. A team may be in their classification or region, that's a similar style, or
Right.
maybe not as competitive or whatever, but it just helps them prepare in some kind of way.
Yeah.
I yeah.
So and even what you saying that, right? So us doing the pregame interviews, right? So that's typically one of those things that we try to hit on about the event or why people like coming to the event. And you touched on some things where it is because they're getting to play teams that's necessarily not in their region or not in their classification. So getting that opportunity to go play other quality teams that they feel is going to help them down the road, right? So I think just about all the coaches that we talk to, of course, everybody wants to come in and win, but they're more interested in setting the tone for their season and using the invitational as kind of a benchmark to see how they're going to move in the season, the things they need to work on.
Yeah, yeah, yep, definitely.
So that I think that was kind of the sentiment across the interviews, and everybody was excited to be there, of course, and look forward to it. Everybody hopes they get a call next year to come back, type of thing. And you got some teams that have been there multiple times, and each time they say it's been a great event for them for those reasons, right? They come out, they know it's going to be well ran. It's competitive. It's just the atmosphere. All those things are going on. So, yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. I think, like you said, I already got some hits from even teams that ain't never played in it. I think people are seeing the Juke. Hey, he'll look grumpy. So, but like I said, yeah, man, we got some guys, they hit me up about next year. They just send out media and just the competitive nature of it. So, and I think that hats off to y'all, man, with the content, the media, the pregame, the post games. Y'all look so quick to get it uploaded. Y'all done kind of mastered that stuff, and just the visibility, man. Like you ain't having to wait, days or whatever the case may be, to kind of see updates or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I just think like the post game, the pre games, where they're in the media room, and then the post game where you catch them on the court. The other teams are in the background warming up, and you can see the crowd and maybe hear a little music. I think that's more of an organic feel. You're talking to them directly after the game. The adrenaline still kind of flowing a little bit. You kind of get that true feedback from the coaches and the players, so to speak.
You get that emotion.
Yeah. So like, I think the media part of it, along with the matchups and the, all that makes it unique, man. I know a lot of guys do great events throughout the state, but I think we're doing some different things and making that feel, like a real, just hitting on all cylinders, man. And like I said, we always thinking and brainstorming, trying to see how we can make it even better.
Right.
So I know, as it continues to grow, I know y'all will continue to evolve with it and just keep making it bigger and better. So appreciate y'all on that, man.
No, 100%. And of course, Charles, the producer. Charles. But I'm gonna tell you, this guy had me working yesterday, courting and
Hey, when I told, look, I'm gonna sit down a little bit, bro. You got it.
So KP, you were here last week, so
don't make you make up for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was and even the coaches touched on that piece, right? Just from that whole aspect of being able to do the interviews, coming in, doing the pregame, postgame, specifically the postgame when you got the players out there as well. Understanding that's a good like media type training. Yeah. You know what I mean? Getting that experience and getting those reps or whatever. So, Charles, from behind your lens, man, what was your thoughts from that standpoint?
I think you guys hit on the head, man. It was. I think being in Central Macon was a little bit more intimate, right? You can feel the emotions from the crowd. I also think you also can in doing the interviews on the court kind of gave it the same. It kind of let everyone that wasn't there kind of get a view of that intimacy and the emotion that's going on and things like that. So I enjoyed it. So I think the coaches enjoyed it as well. And I think they were excited about some of the matchups that they had, just for the simple fact, to Wasted Point, you might not play that particular team, right? And it's just a different style, right? So you have I've seen so many different styles of play, right? You have some who are up and down, some who are a bit more methodical, in their approach into the game. And then some want to cause chaos, right? And then you want to see how those methodical teams weather the chaos. And so I enjoyed that aspect of it. I also I always enjoy this part, seeing some names and names of kids I hadn't heard of. And I think we got some of that too, with some of the teams that was from, I guess, East Georgia and South Georgia. And they kind of, some of those kids made a mark. And I'm definitely going to follow some of them. To one to be particular was a kid from Johnson, Savannah, Faison.
Yeah,
Kirkwood, man. Love that kid. I love his game, man. Like, and I know we're going to get to this. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah. Definitely a kid to follow. So
so like I said, it was exciting, man. Anytime you can be in the gym, and definitely hats off to the whole central staff, administration on down. Anytime we come into these events, they give us whatever we need, set us up. Coach T got the media room real cozy for us. She caught me and Charles back there.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hurting, man.
I was hurting, brother. I said, hey, man, I'm going to watch this one from back here.
Yeah, she said the TV up good for us, man. We was like,
Woo.
yeah, our dog was hurting.
I'll say this too, man. Being on the court, man, I appreciate Coach Buck, man. He giving us insight back there on the
Hey, Buck OG, man.
Buck is OG, brother. Man, Buck
is exactly what he thinks.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate that, man. I was entertained over there at the same time.
They have a dog in the fight, but he
got a dog in the fight. Yeah,
in there supporting, talking that talk, enjoying himself.
Yeah. So and that's another piece you enjoy too, man. So that was caught him sleeping on the job, coach. So that's another piece you enjoy as well. So when the Middle Georgia basketball community is in the gym, who don't have a dog in the fight, and they just out there supporting kids, supporting other programs, that's always good to see because you know it's heading in the right direction. So appreciate Coach Buck for showing up, showing support. Now I know he was scouting, he was working too now, but he was working too, but just him being there and showing that support means a lot.
Yeah. Before we get to the matchups and kind of dissect the games a little bit, ways to talk about the college coaches you had in the building.
Okay, yeah. It was a handful of them in there, man. I know Mercer. Them guys came in. I know Tat was chopping it up with them a little bit. I didn't really want to bother them too much. I seen them over there. I just wanted to let them see what they can see. Their new staff. I want them to put some eyes on some kids, so I didn't want to go over there and just be talking.
Right.
But I did see them in there. Andrew College was in there, and they were scouting. I seen them, after the games, back there in the locker room, waiting on some kids, coaches to come out.
Yeah.
Notebooks and stuff like that. South Georgia State was in the building. Georgia College was in the building as well. Got a chance to meet them and talk with them a little bit in the back in the hospitality room. So about 4 or 5 coaches in the building, man, that if nothing else, got a chance to put eyes on some kids because they were there throughout the day. So it ain't like they were there for 5 or 10 minutes and left. They were pretty much long hauls.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I did appreciate. So yeah, I think kids got seen and maybe gonna have an opportunity to get a couple opportunities to play at the next level. Just depending on the coach's strategy. I think it's coming for some of them, offers and stuff like that. It's just a matter of timing. That's all.
Yeah. So shout out to Jared. Seen Jared in the building yesterday.
Yeah, man.
There was a lot of people in there that you kind of find out at these events after the fact that they was there. Because people really just come in and they get locked in the games and they and they see it or their area, whatever the case may be, and you don't even see them. You may see them in passing or walking out or something along those lines, but it's one of those things that it was a lot of people coming through there yesterday. Oh, and I must say, Central does not play about their security.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they
own it, boy.
Oh yeah,
and they own it. So
couple and especially a couple of them, the older ladies that was on the door. Don't try to walk on that baseline.
yeah.
They're like, nah. I'm like, but you know what we do? You got to go around.
Have to keep some order, man, because it's
yeah. No, they do their job, man. I respect.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we had a good conversation with one of the baseline managers.
Yeah.
No, we gonna call them baseline managers. That was a baseline manager.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had a good conversation.
Game, she was, yeah,
she enjoyed herself every game, bro. Yeah. She gave her opinion about players, refs, coaches, people getting water, leaving trash. It didn't matter.
Oh yeah,
I was there for it all, man.
Yeah, we'd leave and come back, and she'd be like, "Hey, while you was gone, this is what happened." Oh yeah, so she held us down, man. She held us down. Tat,
what up?
What's up, man? What are your thoughts on the event?
The event went well, man. First class as usual. Like y'all said earlier, media was there, college coach was there. Everything that you want, everything that you that Waste is want the event to be. That's what it's turning into.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's visibility. We always talk about visibility, and that's what it's becoming. It was good to see, like you say, text with Mercer coaches, let them know, to come on over there, man. Check out some of these kids. He hit back. I'm on the way. I hit Waste up. Say, hey, man, Mercer say he's on his way. Also, talk to coach, text with coach from Lincoln Trail as well during the event. He want to know about a couple guys. So that's what it's all about. Getting eyes on kids, putting them in front of college coaches, and they got to get out there between the lines and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna say, for the most part, well, not even for the most part, everything was competitive. Kids was playing basketball yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right? Some of them was.
Kids at some point in the game, everybody was playing.
Yeah, it was running up and down getting cardio.
So nevertheless, Charles, talk about the fish was frying.
The fish was A1. Listen, man. It's like an extra crust they put on it. It was extra crispy. I ain't even asked for extra crispy, but I liked it. It was on point, man. I don't know who fried fish back there.
We wanted to make sure y'all had some fish, because we know that one thing they were, hey man, the fish down in Warner Robins was blah blah. They didn't want to miss the fish. So.
Hey, Waste, it's hard to top that fish at Warner Robins. I don't know who cooking over there.
Shout out to Jarvis, man.
Jarvis. Jarvis.
He was a part of big reason why we had a lot of fish down.
Yeah.
we had a parent back down. I call it the ones and two. They back there cooking. So
right.
That
was K.
Yeah.
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 No, it was fish was A1, and that joint was extra crispy. It hit, man. Like I don't need nothing but hot sauce, baby.
Oh yeah.
On point. With the white bread. With the white bread now. White bread. Yeah.
I enjoyed that spinach dip in the
hospitality room.
Yeah. So I walked in, I said, well, where you get that from? No, everything was all good, man. Everything was all good. So what y'all want to break down some of these games?
Yeah.
Want to get to it?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right. So we'll go. Charles, you want to pull up the flyer up, or you just want to call them out? I'll call them out.
Well, yeah, we call them out.
All right. So the first game to kick things off was Central Macon against Spencer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I thought previous years, the last 2 years, been in the same region, but not this year. They changed regions. For whatever reason, man, Spencer, no matter how good they are or whatever, what the papers say on paper, who's supposed to win, whatever, that game always seemed to like go to overtime or be tight.
Yeah.
I think they went to overtime twice last year. One of them was 3 overtimes. Central just always play Spencer tough, and it's a tight game no matter what. And yesterday was the same. They played the early game, 11 o'clock. It was a little early, but it ended up the same way. I think Central grabbed the lead and got up to about 11. Spencer just kept chipping away, and I'd say probably the last minute, maybe minute and a half of the fourth quarter, they kind of got a little cushion and kind of kept it there, and they ended up winning by 4 points. It was 56-52.
Yeah.
He's dealing with some injuries. Even one of his guys got injured right at the start of the game. He was telling me
it's big, right?
Yeah, the big kid. So he even dealing with injuries before that. So it just speaks to them, man. That next man up, just keep playing, keep fighting, and they got some new pieces and some new faces that I haven't really seen from watching them from being in the region.
Yeah.
The last couple of years, but yeah, man, it was a good game. Central, man, young squad. They still trying to figure out how to close games and finish because they lost the last 2 games. They were up at the Pro Movement thing in Atlanta at Duluth. They was playing Whitewater, and they were up by 2 at the end of regulation and kind of missed a defensive assignment, and they ended up going to overtime, and they lost there by 3 or 4. And then they had this game, like I said, they were up 11 late, kind of lost the lead and couldn't quite finish it. So, but I think you can kind of attribute that some of the youth. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on the floor. Pretty good, man. They figuring it out. I think once they get some of that stuff figured out, situational, a little bit more experience, game reps, they'll be right back to the Central Macon that we used to. Because they're right there, like I said, they just got a lot of young kids with Jarvis Williams, Joshua Pettigrew, Tyreek Cantrell, 9th, 10th grade kids who playing a lot of minutes, and they learning on the fly. So I think that was good for both teams to kind of early season contest to see where they at. I see Spencer jump back in the top 10 this week. The rankings came out; they jumped back in at number 10. So I think both of them will have something to say. A lot of people ain't gonna want to play them late in the season, come region and state time.
Yeah. No, it was a competitive game, like you said. With the young guys getting out there and getting those reps, right, and even to be included in the invitational, understanding what it means to be there, right? Just going out there and them being younger, they probably don't know what it means to be there. Honestly, as players, right? Because they just out there playing basketball. But like you said, when they start all coming together and understanding and they're moving in the right direction, both teams. Of course, I see Central a little bit more, so they're moving in the right direction and kind of track them a little bit more. So it's exciting to see what the future holds for them. Because even when we talked to the to coach after the game, he was saying the same thing with all the young guys that they have. But those guys are stepping up and playing. So he understands, okay, I'm going to take my lumps now, but it's going to pay off in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
figure it out. It's going to be.
I'm gonna say this. This is my prediction with Central. My first time laying eyes on them was yesterday, and they're a lot better than what I thought.
They ain't that far.
No, I'm not. I'm Central. If those bigs keep working and developing, they will be the team to beat in Macon in 2-3 years.
Yeah.
That's what I see. A young team got some pieces, but those bigs gotta keep working. They can't become stagnant because that's a big piece in what they do. I'm telling you, they got young talent. I think they got one senior and all them boys are freshmen and sophomore, maybe a junior, a guard, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruh, they could be something now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The thing that I'm most proud of is Coach Taylor's more worried about the region tournament and the state tournament than being good locally. And that's his and I know that's his MO. And that's what I'm most proud of for him with throwing those freshmen and having those young kids out there.
Throwing them in the mix.
Worried about the long haul instead of the now. So that's gonna help him in the long run. And that's gonna help him in the state playoffs and within the region tournament. And ain't worried about beating Southwest and Northeast and all the rest of them in the city.
That's a great point. But they gonna be something to reckon with a couple years, bro. I'm telling you, I like what I seen out of that group. I like what I seen out of that group.
Oh yeah,
solid. Yep, solid. Next game, Worth County versus Windsor Forest.
Yes, sir.
Before you jump into that, Waste, Windsor Forest coach, man, I like that guy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Coach Clark. Coach Clark. That's my guy, man. I got a new friend, man.
He's the type of guy you can sit down and have a good conversation with, man, and he just has a good aura about himself.
Yeah. What kind of jumped out to me in that game, because out of the 6 games, I think that was the one that
got away.
That kind of got away. It was there waiting to be more competitive, but every time that Worth County would cut it to 8 or 9, Windsor Forest would jump it right back up to 16, 17, and so but they just look. What jumped out to me about them is the chemistry. You can tell that group been playing together a long time, and I know Worth was telling me he still had a couple guys in football. They had just got through the playoffs the night before, so he was telling me he was missing a couple pieces, but I think that Windsor Forest is a team that, as it goes on, people are not going to want to play them because they got a lot of experience together. You can tell.
They're a tight-knit group.
Yeah, and the kid they got, the Troy Smith kid, he's pretty good. And he plays hard on both ends. I watched him. Quiet demeanor kid, but he just goes hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's what jumped out to me about Windsor Forest, man. They kind of old school throwback. They stay after it no matter what. They got a lot of chemistry, and they coach well. With Worth County, I heard a lot. That was my first time actually seeing them. I heard a lot about the Aston Williams kid, Coach Paul's son, Coach Williams' son. I finally got a chance to see him. And from what I can see from him, he's just like he's the guy they look to put the ball in the hole. Windsor Forest kind of throwed a couple things at him to kind of keep him off balance as far as the defenses. Give him different looks and stuff like that. So he wasn't really. He ended up with 29, but just watching the game, it didn't feel that way.
He had 16 from the free throw line, I think.
I don't know how many free throws he shot. He shot 16 free throws.
I want to say 16
points on the free throw line.
Yeah. But like I said, I know you can see to where he understands how to score, knows how to get fouled and stuff like that. But I think he could never really just get all the way comfortable because of just the different looks. They
put a lot of ball pressure, a lot of trapping, a lot of moving pieces. Yeah,
kept him off balance. So, but yeah, man. But I think once they get everybody back and everybody get on the same page, I think they'll be dangerous. Because they're a physical team. Got a couple athletic wing guys for us. Then of course Ashton, if he's get hot and becomes more efficient, they'll be a scary team to play as well. So that's what I got out of that game.
Yeah, I think Windsor Forest they sped them up.
Yeah,
they didn't let him play at their pace, so they couldn't set a lot of screens, a lot of things they like to do for him to get him to free him up and all those things. And they made other people have to step up and probably get in roles that they're not comfortable with yet.
Yeah.
I would say if we had to rank defenses in this event, Windsor Forest would be my number one. Their defense won that game. They were scrappy. They won 50-50 balls. They rebound. Like they did all what coaches say, do all the little things. They did all the little things well against Worth County.
Yeah, you got them easy layups.
He got a lot of easy, man. Here's the thing, man. That's a coach's dream right there. You can get some easy buckets.
Yeah.
I'll take them easy buckets because guess what? That's going to get the rest of the things. When we get in the half court sets, that's going to make everything else that much easier. So Windsor Forest did their defense they were swarming the floor. So kudos to Coach Clark for having them ready defensively to win that game. So they headed in the right direction early. And to Wasey's point, when a team playing defense like that, man, they could be dangerous in region time and state playoff time, playing that well and together. So,
yeah, it was a lot of well prepared and organized teams going in. The next game after that game, we had the 2A number 16 West Side out of Macon going against Valdosta. So that was a gritty game.
Oh yeah, and so this game is for me. It's kind of when I started to kind of feel the atmosphere shift. You know what I'm saying? As far as the crowd.
Yeah. Because this was the what's that? The 2:00 game.
Yeah. Crowd was starting to fall in a little bit, and the game was competitive. It was a 1-point game. Final score ended up being 49-48.
Yep.
So it was back and forth the whole game. You know, neither team could get away from the other. And like I said, it actually came down to the last shot. Side missed a shot at the buzzer to win it, but like I said, it was just back and forth the whole game. You know, two good solid teams in different classifications. I think Valdosta should get some consideration to be ranked. I don't know, you know, how long that'll take, but I saw a top 10 team at the least, you know, top 10 somewhere. But yeah, man, Joshua Harden led Westside. You know, he had 17 points. The Zelner kid had 13. Christian Little, he came out in the first half a little aggressive. I didn't think he was as aggressive in the second half for whatever reason, I don't know. Jalen Whitley kind of controlled the pace, kind of controlled the game a little bit. I just thought it was a good game, man. Well coached on both sides. Coaches were taking some good timeouts to kind of stop momentum if they saw it kind of shifting a little bit. But Valdosta has been, I think, to the event twice. And I've been watching the Jabari Williams kid, the little point guard, since he was a freshman. I first seen him at one of my camps when he was a ninth grader. And just a traditional point guard, man, he's just a point guard. You know, when they say floor general and stuff like that, he's the definition of that. And I like watching him play, man. No matter, you know, his teammates might switch. He might get different names and stuff like that. But as long as they got him running the show, they're going to have a chance because, like I said, he just make everybody around him a little bit better. Some of them kids I seen with Valdosta, they new faces. You know, I know they said one of them was transfer they just got like last week, but you couldn't tell it. If he hadn't told me that, I would have thought he'd been there.
Right.
But that kid run the show. He get everybody in place, and they go as he go. And I like him. I'm always impressed with him. I don't know what level he is as far as a college prospect, but I think he has a level. So whoever get him, they're going to be getting a leader, a point guard that plays like a point guard. So, you know, he was able to help him, you know, squeak out that 1-point win or two.
Yeah. So he didn't hit his I guess his scoring average that he's been hitting thus far this season. But like to your point, Wade, he showed the other side of it.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, the ball's not falling for me, and which I think he can expect probably to get different looks thrown at him, right? But he still was able to facilitate and do the little things he needed to do to keep his team in the game. So shout out to
Yeah,
Jabari.
he just took what was there.
Right.
And that I've always seen him. I've never seen him get outside himself. Even the games where he is getting you 20. I think it's still within the flow, and he's still looking to facilitate first.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just gonna take whatever there. He's not gonna force anything. So like I said, Valdosta gonna have a chance with him at the point.
Yeah. So for me, I agree with everything y'all said. I've seen Jabari since 8th grade. He's the natural point guard. He facilitates, and we've seen him facilitate well at a high level, in my opinion. I think this year they probably need him to score a little bit more. So I think that's why you started to see those numbers. You starting to see those numbers go up because that's what's required. That's what's going to be required of them this year. Mm-hmm. I also think for West Side, I think they got to get the ball in Jalen Whitley's hand. They got to let Jalen Whitley run that show a little bit more to get everybody calm down and keep them even keel, right? So I think once West Side starts to do that, and I know Groove gonna have him in a I know he gonna take care of business. But Jalen Whitley, besides size, him and Jalen Whitley, Jabari and Jalen Whitley, not much different. They both can facilitate at a high level. So I think you're gonna see more of that as West Side get going. It's only their second game of the season. So
and I was gonna say that it's only the second game, so they're still trying to figure it out.
So they're still trying to figure it out. So I think we're gonna see a lot more of that ball in Jalen Whitley's hand, getting that team, running that team, and doing what he does as a point guard. So
I think West Side is they got some new pieces, some transfers and stuff who they kind of plugging in. I think, like you said, it was just their second game in, so I think they're still trying to figure out some stuff,
right?
Identity wise, you know what I'm saying?
Roles,
kind of doing it on the fly. But once they figure it out, you can kind of see flashes of
because
it's there.
Yeah, it's there. They got some good pieces. For me though, like I said, I agree with the point on Jalen. I'd like to see Christian Little be aggressive for 4 quarters. Because I thought when he was pushing the issue a little bit, I thought that was when Westside had a little bit of the advantage. But for whatever reason, the second half he kind of got stagnant. He wasn't as assertive as he came out being. I don't know what that was, but I like it when he starts to get in that mid range and attack the basket. You know, free throw line, because he's people don't give him a lot of credit, but for his athleticism, but he's athletic. A lot of people don't really talk about that when they describe him or talking about him, but
and shout out to him and credit to him for working on his body.
Yeah.
Right. So to allow him to be more athletic by slimming down and doing those things and hitting the weight room a little bit there. So
But that was my take on that game. Like I said, good game, 49-48 final. Just another good matchup, man. That went all the way to the last possession.
Yeah, and when we talked to Coach Lee before the game, he was alluding to that as well, right? Wanting to get that matchup, wanting to come in and face some adversity, and he knew coming to play West Side in Macon, right, was going to give him the adversity that he was kind of looking forward to see, how his team responds. So,
yep.
Another example or reason to come to these type of events. So, all right, the next game was Houston County versus number 3 and 3A Doherty.
Yeah. Hoco, man. Doherty got a lot of pieces back. They lost a couple guys, but for the most part, they got a lot of stuff back, and they went to the Final Four last year. So I knew, and every time that I think this is their 3rd or 4th time coming, they've never lost at the Invitational. Doherty always wins.
Coach told us that in the pregame. He told us they'll start off slow, but they'll find a way to pull out the game. So
I knew they would come in and And like I said, they ranked number 3 in the state, coming off Final Four. I knew they would be a good opponent. Hoko, man, I think is finally becoming who we thought they could be for a couple years now. And like I said, a lot of times, you know, we might jump the gun because we see the potential or we see the upside. But a lot of time it don't happen until those guys get those reps, that experience. And so their guards, man, they got 4 guards to me that they're gonna have them right there with Cam, Malik as more like the veteran guys. I know Josh Jackson is a junior, but he's still kind of new. You know, last year was his first year there. Boogie, Karan, Plummer here, freshman. But Boogie, man, to me, he looks like he belongs, man. He's kind of mature beyond his years to me. He don't look like a typical freshman out there. He looks like, you know, he looked like he belonged, man. And so with that, man, they just gonna be there because those guys they can pat it, they can shoot it, athletic, they can get to the rack. All of their guards bring multiple facets to the game, and they even defend them better from what I've seen in the past, collectively as a group. But what I didn't know was the big kid. I didn't know they had a kid. I didn't know they had a 6'8" kid. I was like, I don't know where he come from. And then, you know, when you look at him, you don't think he can move the way he can move because he's a little heavy. But man, he got some light feet, man. I seen him, you know, put one and go dunk it.
Of that the baseline inbound.
He's a sophomore. I'm like, okay.
Sophomore,
Hey, look, hey, Waste. Coach Buck piped up like, whoa, hey.
So y'all, I'm gonna let y'all speak to that kid a little bit more, man. I think y'all probably got a little bit more insight because that was a surprise for me. But I think, you know, with him in there and he can continue to give them just that.
Right.
Maybe
a presence. Give us a presence in there.
Because I always, you know, I heard Coach Buddy talking about size and them being smaller and stuff. Well, he changes that if he's in the equation.
Yeah. So yeah, he just came off the football field. I think he was offensive lineman, Charles.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, offensive lineman.
Is he 6'8" or what is he?
6'7", 6'8",
right there. Of course, got some high major football offers already.
Okay.
But like to your point, he's light on his feet. He's mobile. He can move around. So you know that's always an added plus. Played last year, played varsity, some JV last year. Kind of got used to the varsity game, right? The physicality, all of those things. And I think this year he's going to be a big piece for us. Like I said, just from being in the middle, a big piece for Hoko.
I know, right?
Let me say it the right way. But yeah, he's gonna do some damage.
And what's his name again?
Braylon.
Braylon.
Last name.
Braylon last name.
I don't know his last name, but I'll say
we call him Big Bray.
Yeah, we call him Big Bray. But I'll say this about Big Bray too, just to give you, he's light on his feet. He got a nice touch around the rim. The big thing with him being a freshman was confidence. So I think this year will be a year we'll see that confidence growth with reps. So I think we'll see that from him. One thing that he's probably going to have to improve on is going to be mobility, because sometimes the games get like this.
Yeah.
When they start getting up and down a little bit. But with that, he is definitely something to be excited. If you're a Hoko fan, that is something definitely to be excited about, with the guard play that's there, the experienced guard play that's there, and having that size in that front line that he'll bring.
Yeah. So. Him really understanding that he's 6'8", however much he weighed, but understanding that he has that presence down there.
Yeah. I saw him. I could tell he's not in basketball shape. Once Darty started getting up and down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to get him out of there. And then when he came to the sideline, boy, But yeah, man, like I said, as he continues to develop, man, and get into basketball shape, you can't teach size, so that's definitely a plus for Hoko.
Yeah.
The guard there. So I'm excited, man. They 5-1. They beat a good team, man. I don't know. I thought they should get some consideration for being top 10, but at the end of the day, I guess, you just keep your head down, you keep going, and
that's what I was gonna say. Coach Buddy ain't worried about it, right? Keep him as the underdog.
Yeah.
I think they all kind of strive in that, being the underdog.
Right.
There was a lot of talk before this game with Doherty size and what y'all gonna be able to do and this, that, and the third. And I think those guys kind of just had a little chip on their shoulder because they keep hearing it and kind of like, man, we sitting at this record and you're still not giving us no props, so to speak.
So I also want to give my observation of Hoko and Daughtery. I think Hoko did well in the half court. They did very well. They calmed things down. They kind of weathered the chaos that Daughtery likes to bring with the full court press. Daughtery does a real good job of causing chaos. Just watching how their team is built, they going after all those balls. So I think Daughtery did. That was the game plan. They did well. They did well at packing the lane, making it hard to get to the basket. I also think Hoko, man, Hoko is, I think they right there, but they gotta, for them, that defense, when that defense starts to swarm a little bit more, I think they could be special. Right now, it ain't. It's like it's there.
A little rotation on the backside or something.
Yeah, it's like little. You know how they say the devil in the details. It's like little things for them to kind of get to the next level. So I think there's still some work to be done for them. Daughtery gonna be a tough one, man. In their classification, man, they got guard play. They got
those Jinx boy. I don't know if they're brothers or cousins or what.
They're gonna be tough, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's a hard bout.
So I think they're brothers.
Okay.
I think they're brothers.
Yeah, but Coach Bryant, man, he always have them flying around, very competitive. So if you beat Daughtery, you're gonna have to beat them.
Yeah. And
so that was a good test for Hoko.
I gotta. Yeah, they brothers because I got a message from our good friend Metlock.
Okay. But hey, Metlock said they brothers. They all
brothers. Yeah. Throw your hands up. Hey, they brothers.
Yeah, he said Pops was a little hot after that game. So yeah.
But those brothers are real good guard players. Hats off to them, to them boys. And they tough as nails, tough as they come.
And they play hard.
Yes.
Yeah, they play hard. So I think it was a good test for the boys yesterday. But I think the boys, the Hoko boys, are playing with a different confidence too. We belong and we know what we can get accomplished type of thing. So that's why I said, the rankings and all that stuff. I think that's all good because that's acknowledgement or whatever the case may be. But I think they want to have, keep doubting us and let us want to play.
So I think it was a coach from Johnson, Savannah. He's like, hey man, it's a difference in being in hunting and being hunted.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this before we move on. So I know as far as like visibility and name wise, when it comes to Hoko, it's Malik. Malik and it's warranted because Malik is that guy. But man, let me tell somebody, man. Let me tell y'all, Cam Plummer, man, he is underrated. And we talking about basketball. Now he ain't gonna jump off the screen as far as go up there and dunking on people and above the rim and but if you watching basketball from a player aspect, just the game, you missing you if you don't see what this Joker brings to the table as far as you can tell he played a lot of basketball. He's confident, the shot done got better. You're not gonna take it from him. He's defending a little bit more. He's being more consistent on a nightly basis as far as production. I just think he's underrated, been under recruited. I know he committed to Voorhees, but I think his value is for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but it ain't being recognized or appreciated the way it should be. And I don't know what that is because I've been watching him, I know, for 4 years, and in this last year, he's been even during the summer, the way he was playing, I thought he would get a little bit more recognition. So I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'm gonna make a call or two, man, to see, like what's the word, but I'm just saying what I'm looking at, like this Joker hooping, man. So shout out to Cam, keep doing what you're doing. And what will be, but I just wanted to throw that out because he playing some good ball.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Wes. That mean a lot coming from you. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but all good. So moving on to the next game. We had number 7 and 3A, Baldwin versus Warner Robins. So a tight game, a back and forth game. Yeah, that's all I can really say. A tight game and back and forth game. Baldwin ended up winning it overtime. I don't know. Did Warner Robins go away from what got them there? Did they start playing differently? Something along those lines. Tat, I'm gonna throw it to you.
Don't throw it to me.
I got it.
All right.
So, this game I thought should have been the last game, but I respect Coach Jamal's wishes. It's been hosted at Warner Robins the last 4 years, 3-4 years, and he, he's always the headliner because he's at home. But last year he told me like, if I can, don't put him as the headliner. So I respect that. For whatever reason, I don't know why his request was that. So, I did that. But that was probably the best matchup of the night. It was the next to the last game, the fifth game. For me, man, I think it's still early. I think it was only Baldwin's second game. I don't know, Warner Robins maybe 4, maybe 5 games, and I don't know. But they both different. They both lost some pretty good senior leadership and guys that were just big parts of what they've been doing for the last 3-4 years. And you can tell it. Baldwin is still searching. Warner Robins came out and jumped right on him. And I thought defensively, the man-to-man really was bothering Baldwin. The full court, even when they got into the half court stuff, just the ball pressure. I thought it was disruptive to what Baldwin wanted to do. And it forced him into some bad shots, some contested shots, and Warner Robins was able to get out on the break, rebound, find Gabe, for some transition threes and stuff like that. And the ball just was falling, man. But it's a game of runs, momentum shifts, and stuff like that. Where I started to see a shift was after the half, midway through the third. I don't know if it was midway through the third or the fourth, but I know Warner Robins went into some kind of little zone, looked like, to me. And I think Baldwin was able to get a little bit comfortable, start to see a couple more easy looks start to fall, a couple offensive rebounds on the backside, stuff like that. That man pressure. I don't know if Warner Robins needed a break. I don't know what that was. Warner Robins kind of got a little bit out of character for what they were doing in the first half offensively. I saw some one-on-one play that was kind of out of the blue to me, and it wasn't like 1 or 2 plays. It was like more like 5 or 6 plays in a row, and I thought it was some questionable shots or whatever. and some of them, was in and out, makeable shots. It just wasn't within what they were doing in the first half, and I think Baldwin started to just chip away. It went from being 20 to 13 to 11, and they just kind of hung around and kind of kept it there, and then they started to get in the bonus with the free throws and start to get points without that clock moving. And then it started to get to be 9 and 8 and 7. And like I said, they just kept chipping away, and then they put a little press on last 3-4 minutes of the fourth. Got some unforced turnovers because some of them were just unforced. Like I said, they were able to get some layups, some and one baskets. Like I said, they scored 31 in the fourth quarter. Baldwin did. Took it to overtime. It was back and forth. And then, like I said, at the end, when they were down 2, Warner Robins was down 2, and the inbound play was beautiful out of the timeout. You can't draw it up any better than that. I told him that last night. You can't draw it up any better than that.
Charles called that one.
I mean, the kid popped. I think he was so open. I think he scared himself. And he dropped the ball, and that was it. That was pretty much it. But in a game like that where you got two teams that want to play each other, local teams, the crowd was into it. It was viewed as a bragging right games to some people.
Right.
And so with that said, of course, it's going to be, the competitive nature is going to be there. So I just thought it was a hard fought, clean Middle Georgia rivalry game, man. They got some history, both good programs. Don't won some state championships, been, some state runner-ups and Final Fours. And like I said, just it was the best game to me. And as far as players go, the Devin Nelson kid, he kind of just imposed his will. He's a little bit more physical.
A lot of big offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he hit some threes that I don't necessarily consider him a 3-point shooter, but he hit some big shots. But like I said, he just imposed his will. Just as the game when he got more physical, took pride in just, hey, we're not gonna lose this game. And he had 33. But I'm always a Carrez Demery fan. He had 21 of his 24 in the third and fourth quarter, and in overtime or whatever that was that he scored in overtime. But 21 of his 24 came in the second half, and I just think he's the guy. Baldwin is going to go as far as he takes him, in my opinion. That kid can play. He struggled in the first half. Like I said, the man-to-man pressure and stuff like that, it kind of threw him off. One Roberts up in him, throwing him off, wouldn't let him straight line drive and stuff like he used to. But like I said, once he got comfortable, he was back to the kid that I'm used to seeing. Gabe Jacobs, to me, looked like the best player individually yesterday. I don't care what game. North Florida got a steal. North Florida got a steal in that kid. I know he started cramping up late. I don't know if he was kneed or I don't know what that was, but he looked like the best prospect in the building yesterday. 29 points, 5 3-pointers. The Justin Hill was good. DJ Strickland, some kids. They was good, man. I thought Trey Bradley was okay in moments. I thought he started to press a little bit at times. But he's another one with a lot of potential. My thing to him would be let it happen. It's gonna happen. He got too much talent, upside potential, good size at 6'3", 6'4", long, athletic kid. He's right there in front of him, man. I mean, I can see it. I think he just got to let it happen. I thought he started to press a little bit, but I like him. I like his game. I think Warner Robins will be just fine. I think Baldwin will be just fine. But I enjoyed it, man. I like sitting in that little corner watching it. I'm good with both guys on both ends, man. So it was good to see, man. So that's my take on that game, man. I know it was a tough pill to swallow being up 20, letting it slip away, hostile environment, local rivalry game, man, you want to get that one. So
yeah, I think it was a point that Warner Robins would be able to grow from, just from the standpoint of you got new guys in new positions, right? So up big, and anytime a team start making a comeback, and I don't care what team you are at that point, everything gets a little tighter, right? The shot gets a little tighter, handling the ball pressure may get a little tighter, and when you got guys in those positions that aren't necessarily used to being in those positions, we don't want to keep calling a Cam Perk or a Jay or something along those lines, but where they would have been able to handle that situation, I believe, a little bit better, right? These are growing experiences for Deke, right, and for even for Trey, kind of to your point, Waste. Understanding the time and the moments and kind of being in that environment and everything that's going on out there and having to play on the fly. So I think it'll be Warner Robins will grow from it, right? That's what I believe. That's why we play these games, right? And these atmospheres and these just tough competition. Salute the Baldwin for continuing to play, right? And getting back in the game and kind of doing what they do as well. So to your point, I think that was probably the best game of the of yesterday.
Well, like, so I think this is their second time in 3 years playing each other at the Invitational. I think a couple years ago, I don't think Coach Smith was there yet. I think he was still at Dublin.
Okay.
But it was another game tight. Was it the Invitational tight?
Christmas.
Oh, Christmas. Okay. But anyway, it came down to the
Last section.
Last section. Yep.
And just like the other day, Warner Robins drew up something on a press breaker full court kind of thing. And only difference is this time the ball went in the hole. Last night, it didn't. So it's a make or miss game. You know what I'm saying? And every time they play each other, no matter what, it seems like that game is gonna be there to go down to the end. You know what I'm saying? To the last seconds or whatever the case may be. The ball bounced Baldwin's way this time. It's bounced Warner Robins' way the last time. So, it's just what it is, man. And Coach Smith, man, I like him. He bring a lot of energy and a lot of personality. After the game, he making it no secret that he won't hold Coach next. And he said it right there in front of everybody, tweeting it and putting it. So, and
Cam Plum will be gone.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, I think it's good for the area. And it builds anticipation and stuff like that. So, Cam will be gone. Yeah. I think Malik will still be there, Josh, the big boy, and Boogie will be a sophomore. And I'm with it, man. Just lace them up and let's do it. So we'll cross that line when we get there.
Hey, so we did our sources did reach out to Coach Buddy, and Coach Buddy said line it up.
Okay, well, there you got it.
He said in his post game interview, hey man, either we win or we learn from the loss. Let's go.
Only two options, baby.
Yeah,
it's not a third. That's it.
I know one matchup that I got for the 20.
Hey,
gotta find 4 or 5 more.
So listen, I'm gonna put this out there. There will be no ducking. There has never been no ducking. We ain't gonna start now. If you wanted it this year, all it was a phone call.
You could have got it this year.
Could have got it this year. Could have got it last year. Could have got it the year before. All it is a phone call. And what they say, one call, that's all.
I want to say that Hoko played. Did y'all play Dublin when he was at Dublin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he knew what it was. He knew what it was.
Whoop that ass. I said for you, buddy. Whoop that ass.
You knew what it was then.
Go on, find me, KP. But don't worry, buddy. Normally I don't talk the mess, but I'm gonna talk mess today. We whooped that ass at the first invitational. He can come back in 2025 and get another.
Okay. Oh,
there it is.
Let's go.
Say no more.
I
Ball and
hope, I hope Baldwin watching.
Ball and Holco in prime time next year.
There it is.
That's it.
That's it.
Hey,
we ain't got to talk about it until 2025.
Say no more.
Line it up.
Coach Smith, there it is.
I'm the mouthpiece for Buddy. Buddy ain't got to say nothing. Buddy said he wanted it. I'll do the rest of the talk. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
He knew what it was building to then. That's all good.
Yep. Let's go. Game 6. What we got?
Southwest and Savannah Johnson out of Augusta.
It's a good game.
Hey, so
Real good game.
It was a good game.
51-50 final. All the way down to the last possession. Free throws on both ends. It was 40-49. I mean, it was 49-49. Both team in the penalty. Johnson got a call with 14 seconds. Went to the free throw line, hit one, missed the second, went up 50-49. Southwest had the ball, got the ball, made a play, got a foul call with 2 seconds left, made 2 free throws, went up 51-50. That was it. Ball game. Johnson Savannah tried to heave one, from deep, and it just didn't go in. But another nip and tuck game, back and forth, all game.
Competitive game.
Competitive, man. Listen.
And competitive and tough. Like physical. That was a physical game.
It was.
And I'm gonna say this. Not just that game, but guys had to coach yesterday. Guys coach. Like I said, even from the West Side bat off the game, you can see it. You can see it in Central Macon and Spencer early. Even with Tatnam game, Ball and one Rivals, you can see the coaching taking place. Even like I said, everybody there saw the inbounds play. That's coaching.
Yes.
But the coaches can't go play and execute. But they can draw it up and put you in a position. So, I just wanted to point that out. Great coaching yesterday. Every game. So, Southwest and Johnson was it was a chess match back and forth. Coach Chuck, man, that guy can coach. That guy can coach. They went to the state championship game last year, and 3. I want to say they lost to Sandy Creek, Johnson Savannah. Man, that dude.
Yes.
Another guy with his energy.
Man, and he knows basketball, and so he gets the most out of his kids too. He got a couple kids, man. That Kirkwood kid. He had another one last year. I forget his name.
Yes, he did. He was like a 4, like a 2 or 3.
Yeah, man.
Tough as nails.
Like he just recycling guys. So
they're running their stuff too.
Yes. Right?
They know, hey, if this is, they got a counter, they got a second option, a third option. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and that matchup 3-2 he was playing, he had to adjust to it, but I know why he came out doing it. He had been watching film, and Southwest had been, in their previous game, they hitting the 3 pretty solid. So he was giving away some stuff on the backside, layups and stuff like that. And once that hurt him a couple times, he adjusted to it, and then Southwest adjusted. So like I said, it was a lot of chess, cat and mouse going on. But man, I like that game, man. Shout out to Coach Chuck. He told me I'll be back. You have me back, I'll be back. So as long as he want to come, Johnson Savannah has that invite. And I think that. Go ahead.
He told us that during the pregame interview.
Yeah, like
that he went, but it's like you coming back home.
Yeah. He last year they lost to McDonough, I think, on the last second shot. So he been right there to win some games, but he loses it right there at the end.
Yeah.
As you can see, man, it prepares them for the long run, because even that they still was able to go all the way to the state championship game and make it back to Macon in the Coliseum. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them back again. They're another team that's not ranked. That they are definitely top 10. I don't care. In 3A, they're a top 10 team, and people ain't gonna want to play them.
I guess they had a loss earlier, and he said that's when they fell out.
Yeah,
Coach
I
Hartman.
think they 4-2, something like that. But I'm
But
just
they ain't ducking no smoke either.
nah. I'm telling you, that team right there gonna beat at the end, and they gonna beat somebody late. You're not gonna want to play Johnson Savannah.
Yeah.
But Southwest, man, Coach Hartnett,
Mhm.
he's 5-0. They're number one in the single A Division I classification.
Yeah.
I think much like Hoko, I think they're finally becoming what everybody thought. You know, as a fan, you think they should be this or be that earlier or sooner.
Right off the rip, right.
Based on the talent, but a lot goes into that. Coaching them up, buying into the system, development. It's just a lot of stuff that goes into becoming a team. And I think right now he has them going in the right direction as far as what he's preaching, what he's teaching. And they buying in. And as long as they continue to buy in and continue to get better, I like their chances in their classification. Nothing is a given. I think they still gonna have to go earn it. But games like this are gonna better help prepare them. They lost to Columbia last year in the Elite Eight. Johnson Savannah kind of reminded me of Columbia. Maybe not as athletic, but as far as they show some flashes of the similar styles and stuff like that. And I thought they handled Johnson way better than they handled Columbia. So you can see them going in the right direction. I watched them play 3 out of their 5 games. And in each of the 3 games, they won in a different way. I watched them against Jones County and kind of blow them out. So I watched them in a blowout win, and then I watched them in Atlanta versus Alatoona. And they won by 5 or 6. Back and forth game. And they figured out how to get a little cushion going into the fourth, and they kept it there, and they ended up winning that one. And then I saw them win last night in a 1-possession game. So when you see a team start winning and figuring out how to do it in multiple ways, that's always a good sign. So I know chemistry is being built. The coach is coaching. I was sitting behind him up in Atlanta. I watched him on that clipboard drawing some stuff up. And so Southwest Macon, I think, are who we thought they would become. Chase Dupree leading them. He's become a different kind of player as far as his aggressiveness. In the past, he's been, a laid-back kid who kind of lets the game find him.
Hit some big shots too.
Yes, now you can see him put his head down. He's going to
timely shots.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's asserting himself more. He's trying to go get buckets now. Karan Howard, I think, could be the best point guard in the area in Middle Georgia. He's a gifted passer. He can score the ball.
Yeah.
I think sometimes that kind of tempts him to go hunt shots where he don't have to, because he can get a bucket when you need him to. But his gift is facilitating and leading and putting guys where they're supposed to be at. And he's been doing that better this year than he has in the past. Once he continues to do that and completely buy into it, Southwest that's when they're at their best. When he's around, like he had yesterday, 14 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 or 5 assists, something like that. When he has that stat line versus 23, 2 assists, that like when he has the 20s and stuff like that, I don't think that's good for Southwest. I don't think that's good for them as a team, because he's just he's the guy that makes them that can make them special if he buys into his role, if that makes sense. Brandon Ashley, another kid. Any given night he can be the guy that get 30.
Yeah.
5. Right now I think he's around 13, 14 a game. He's missing a couple shots he normally makes that I know will go in, so that'll take that average up to 17 or 18 easy. And they got some big kids, man. Ronaldo Callaway, Kyle Jefferson, 6'5", big physical football guys who love their role. Rebound, put
block shots. I see.
Yeah.
So block shot yesterday, he was. I mean, you thought he had just hit the game-winning shot from blocking a shot because he got that excited about his role.
Yeah. taking charges. I see him taking charges up in Atlanta, taking charges. Got a kid, Tyshawn Brantley, come off the bench, can shoot the three. Nico Iverson, Tay, like you can see their identity finally coming into play, and guys are embracing it, man. They're embracing their roles. And like I tell them, man, if they can block out the dinner table talk at home, if they can block out the outside noise and stay true to what Coach Harnett is preaching and teaching, I think they'll be holding the trophy this year. But if they let outside stuff cloud them, then it won't turn out well. But right now, so far, so good. And and I tell them every time I see them, man, y'all playing good. Keep listening to that coach. And if you do that, it'll pay off in the end. So another good game, man, between two good teams in the night. And that's it, man. I couldn't ask for a better slate of games, better coaches. Just all around, man. I think the support was great from the community, even the people that was traveling. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Just on that last game, where I said, like you said, it was a competitive game, getting to the point. Southwest will go down 6 to 8 points, and then before you know it, they either then tied it up or took the lead back by 1. So it was one of those things that it was going back and forth. And they found a way to win that game. So shout out to them, but definitely shout out to Johnson Savannah, because they played their tails off and a well coached and gritty team.
Oh yeah.
So I want to say, yeah. Speaking of Karan, man, the timeliness of his buckets and his ability, to your point, wasted to go get a bucket when the team need one. It was on display last night. I think he does a good job of breaking down defenders and getting 2 feet in that lane and kicking out, to your point, to those shooters, the Brandon Ashleys, the Brantley kid, Chase. And they are a guard heavy team.
Yeah.
Right. So they're a guard heavy team, and you got shooters, you got ball handlers who can take it off the dribble, who can catch and shoot. They're gonna be tough to deal with, man. Coming down that stretch when region play come. So it was a joy to see, man, and don't want to take anything away from Coach Chuck and what he got over there at Johnson. He got some hoopers, man. To your point, he know how to get his players fired up. Those kids, he got some. They play
hard for him. They play hard for him.
They play hard, and he got some assassins behind that arc as well, man. I think I seen them come down and hit 3 different players, hit threes back to back. So he bro, you can't sleep. If you think you're gonna sit in the zone, he gonna shoot you out, and you coming out. And he got the kid Faison is athletic.
Oh, man.
He can get in the lane and finish.
When he come down there,
yes.
That left hand, boy, listen. I turned my head for a split second. By the time I looked back, boy, he was in somebody's mouth. Athletic.
Yeah. Athletic. Got great elevation on his pull up.
Yeah.
That thing, I would say him and Gabe was probably the best shooters there. I don't think the ball hit the rim when they shot the ball.
Yeah.
I don't think it hit the rim at all. So that was.
I think a lot of shooting was on display though yesterday, right? So we understand that the 3-point ball is part of the game now. You understand?
A shooting was definitely on display yesterday. You're absolutely right.
There was some shooting going on yesterday, man. The guys playing, right? Time.
Hold on, kid. We got Tat talking. Go ahead, Tat.
I was just agreeing with him. It definitely was some shooting going on yesterday.
We talking basketball, folks.
Yeah, we talking basketball. Yeah, it was definitely some shots taken.
But yeah. But yeah, that was a great game, man. Great matchup between those two teams. I look forward to seeing both of those teams as they go on into the
Late.
season.
They'll be there late, man.
Yeah.
They'll be there late. You can just see it. A lot of teams, y'all know how I do, man. Around playoff time, I'll go back to say, hardwood, blah blah blah, in the Final Four.
Right.
I think we're gonna see a lot of that this year too on the tweets and the stuff like that. And speaking of that, man, we got a lot of more stuff coming, man. Content, man. It's sometimes it get to be a lot, and it be a little delayed, but we got plenty more.
It's coming out.
we got the all hardwood invitational boys, and we got some more recap highlight videos, and man, it's just there's a lot.
Yeah.
I even still got a couple things to trickle out from the girls event, which was another good one. So I just want to thank the Central High School, the Bibb County School District, for letting us host it there at Central. Coach Taylor, Dr. Dupree, Coach T helped me out a lot with the behind the scenes stuff. So it was a success. We want to continue to build it to make it better. I think it's great for the area, and I think it's going to continue to grow. So we're looking forward to it, and whatever capacity it'll be, we'll go with it and keep it moving.
Yeah. Wait, so I just wanted to comment on something, man, that you said a minute ago when you were talking about Southwest. But I think this is something that can go for all the teams across the board. Understanding your teammates and who you're playing for and why you're playing, right? And what I think you said, the dinner table talk, or basically the off the court talk, right? Remember why you're doing it, right? Don't mean you're supposed to come out because somebody else scoring 30. Don't mean you're supposed to come out and score 30, right? What is your role? And kind of to your point when you were talking about CJ and being able to, he ain't gonna come out and give you 30. But he's going to facilitate and he's going to set people up for the ultimate goal to win the game. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Right. The more you win, the further you go, the more eyes get put on you. And if we can understand that strategy across the board, I think things will help out different, right? So I look at even Hoko, right? So Malik may go for 25 one game, next game, and Cam may have 9. Josh may have 15, right? And then that whole thing can be flipped. And Cam may have this, and Josh may have this, and Malik may have this. But at the end of the day, I think I can speak for them when I say they're all bought in enough they just want to win. So however it get there, let's get there. Whatever it takes for us to get there to get the win that day, let's get the win that day. And they're genuinely happy for each other. And it's, hey, man, we understand whose role is what and what's expected from who. So let's just go out here and get it done.
Right.
So, yeah. And I just wanted to use Hoko as an example, but I think all the teams that either played yesterday or in the area or playing period, if anybody's listening, if you can keep those things in line and keep that understanding going, I think that'll definitely be something that'll help your team.
Yeah. I always if I get wind of that kind of stuff, as far as dinner table talk, whether it's anybody, girls, boys, whatever. Yeah, it's Coach Jones as well. Yep, Coach Jones, the official. Yeah, everybody, man, everybody. Hard to remember, man. That's why I don't like to start to call names, because I always probably miss something. But yeah, definitely the officials. Coach Jones, appreciate them. Just everybody who was involved, even the Lady Chargers players who was sitting in at the back door, helping out in the concession stands. All of those people, man, everybody. We appreciate everybody. So that's it. But like I was saying, like my advice to any kid or player, whoever the case may be on whatever level, I'm always a big fan of the coaches, man. Listen at your coaches. Buy into the culture, the system, whatever it is. Listen at your mom and your daddy about schoolwork, chores, I don't know, maybe your outfit, I don't know, but when it comes to your athletics, listen to your coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the people that are at practice with you every day. Um, who behind the scenes who see what and what ain't going on. You know, the people in the building with you, your teammates.
I think we lost them.
But I think point was received. Just build with your team. I think that's the biggest thing, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the win. Build with your team.
Girls can't work the back door no more. Shout out to Valdosta guy.
Oh, Ghost T.
Not, yeah, not gonna even ask. So
That's what's up.
yeah. Yeah, message to your point, message received, man. Like we all want to give tidbits here and there, but at the end of that conversation, it should always be listen to your coach.
Listen to your coach.
So
All good, man. All good. Tap, what y'all got coming up this week? Oh, wait, so you back? You want to finish your thought?
No, well that's it, man. Just listen at your coaches. Go along with what your coaches and people in the locker room are preaching, man. That's it.
There it is. Tap, what y'all got coming up this week?
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
As y'all can see, I don't want to laugh too much because sometimes I'm tapped. So I know where he at. I know what he going through. So I try not to laugh too much, but we don't really take losing well. So I get it, So we're gonna have Tat back maybe the next time we're on the show. But
yes.
we do appreciate his support tonight and coming on and joining us. We thank you for that, Tat, and we're gonna keep it moving, and we'll see Warner Robins late in the season like normal.
There you go. Yep, 100%.
Yeah. So
wait, what y'all got going on this week? What's the schedule looking like this week? Y'all got games?
Yeah, we start region play. Got East Lawrence coming to town Tuesday. They boys and girls are ranked. Girls are number 5 or 6. Boys just jumped in the top 10. They won their first game.
Right.
I'm almost certain that they have the Rayshawn kid in back in the mix. And if he's there, he changes a lot for them.
Okay.
They will be in contention. It won't be a cakewalk. So teams gonna have to beat him because he can hoop. Their girls are tough. They got a set of twin sisters who can play. So we got to get ready for them and get ready for region play. We still have 1 or 2 non-region. I think we're through with a lot of the showcase stuff. We might have some at Christmas, but for the most part, we get into region. So we're excited about that. 4-2 right now, trying to figure it out.
I know Jared got something going on. Y'all not playing in the pro?
I got to look. I know we don't play in 2 of them. I'm not sure if we're in the 3rd.
Okay. Yeah. So I know he got one this weekend at what is that? Colquitt?
That's not this weekend.
Yes, it is on the Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Oh,
I don't know. I know Southwest.
Rutland boys, Hauser County boys, Southwest boys.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we played. Yeah, they got Valdosta this week.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it, man. That's it, man. We in season, man. You know how in the season goes. You have to.
It is. Yeah.
100 places, man. And you prepping different game, different plan for different people. Having to coach kids up. On the phones. It's just a grind during the season. So a lot of downs. Have to try as best as you can to stay even keel. Yep, we got the Tasha Butt Classic on the 7th. We play against Spencer.
Okay.
So, yeah, we still got a showcase or 2 left, but for the most part, man, we getting in the region play. But the Tasha Butts Classic, to speak to that, is on December the 7th, something that Baldwin is hosting at Baldwin. This year, I think they've expanded it a little bit. We played last year in the inaugural event. It was just one game, girls Central and Baldwin Central Boy. So, but this year they got multiple games. I think they invited maybe 6 girls teams, 6 boys team, maybe 3 games each or something like that. But nevertheless, they expanded it. In Tasha Butts' name, one of the best to ever come from Baldwin and the area. I think it's great gesture to have that down there, her name. They retired her jersey last year, and so we're excited about playing in that and thankful that they're having us for that. So, if y'all can make it to that, Tasha Butts Classic, December the 7th in Millersville, come on down there. They're going to have Holy Innocents and a lot of good teams, man. They got a good lineup. So, we'll probably share some of that information as it get closer so y'all can know, what they got going.
There you go. Time moving too, man. I can't even believe this is the 1st of December already.
Man, yeah, bro, it's going quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know for Hoko we got Peach on Tuesday, and then we got Warner Robins on Thursday. So, and then Valdosta on Saturday. So another big week for the mighty Hoko Bears. Shout out to our football team too, man.
Yeah.
They gave it the old Hoko try.
Yeah. They put together a good season.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that Lee and Milton game gonna be a pretty good game.
Could be. I'm curious to see how that play out.
Yeah. So I think that one's up at Milton. So we'll see.
Yes. I'll be watching.
Tap, who y'all got, man? What y'all got on tap, man?
We got practice tomorrow. I think we got Hoko on. I know we got Hoko on Thursday.
Don't check out Badass. I mean, veterans on Saturday.
No, yeah.
No, I think they Tuesday. I think it is Tuesday.
Yeah, got a Tuesday.
I think that's a Tuesday game.
Okay. Come back around.
Yeah, I think that's a Tuesday game.
Yeah.
No, it can't be because we played y'all first. Then we played veterans.
Oh, well, it must be Friday or Saturday.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, we got veterans on Saturday. We got y'all. Yeah, we got y'all Thursday and veterans Saturday.
Coming over to the Bear Den. They call it that? What is that? What is Hoko called?
I think it is the Bears Den.
Is it?
I don't know. When they start filling up the crowd, filling up the stands, we'll give it a name. We'll go with Bears Den. I think it is the Bears Den. But when you fill them seats, come out. Support high school basketball, man.
Yes, and everybody else is playing this week. Good luck. All local teams is playing. Middle Georgia teams is playing. Good luck. Knock them out. So wait, y'all in region play early, huh?
Yeah, new region, man. We got more teams.
Okay.
10-team region. So we started a little early. They subdivided it, so we'll do crossover games one time and then people on the side twice.
Right. So how many go to the playoffs?
I think it's go by power ranking, so it may be your power rankings. So yeah. I know in this region you got, for the football side of it, you got two of the teams in the Final Four from, you got Dublin and Northeast Macon from the region in the Final Four. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 7 out of 10 made the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think it was a big number out of the region. So it wasn't like, 2 or 3 made it. I think they were real competitive based on power rank, stuff like that.
Right.
Oh yeah, congratulations to Northeast, man, for making the Final Four.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to them. Good luck. Good luck. Is it this weekend or next weekend?
I think it's
Friday.
This Friday. So good luck to them, man. Hopefully they keep
at home, by the way.
their thing moving.
They're
Huh?
at home. They'll be over on the east side.
Be on the east side.
They'll be
Hosting
at home.
Fitzgerald. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Are they the only one public school wise still standing?
Yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
I know what Pete's lost, Hoko lost.
I think that was it. It was Peach, Hoko, and Northeast that was left.
Okay. So yeah, so salute to them. Good luck, fellas.
Yep.
I guess Dublin is Dublin, Middle Georgia.
Yeah, Dublin. Yeah, Dublin. Yeah,
Dublin.
Yeah, they pretty good too.
Yeah, Dublin's still in there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So shout out to Dublin, man. Y'all get out and go support your local football teams.
Matter of fact, I think we play Dublin Thursday because of that. We're supposed to play them Friday, but I think we have to play them on Thursday.
Oh, because of the game.
Yep.
So, all good, man. All good. Waste. Congratulations on another great event, man. Like I said, it was. I think it was really received well. It continues to grow. Teams want to be part of it. So the community is starting to support, man. So, all good. Hey, I say this: whenever you can get people talking, regardless of what they're talking about, it's always a good thing.
Oh yeah. We don't. My plan is to. I'm always thinking and brainstorming, trying to think about what's next. Try to keep it going, man. So we'll expand on it and try to make it a little bigger and better. I think it's grown from year one to now. That's the goal. So we plan on continuing to do that. And so that's it, man. We're just gonna keep pushing and keep building.
There it is.
Yeah.
Charles G, what you got before we get out of here?
Oh man, no, I'm excited we getting out on time. So that's a good note. But no, man, I think it was some good.
I also have to go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna go to work in the house tomorrow, so we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah. But I do think the event was a great event, boys and girls. Definitely some high level competition. I think we're starting to see more and more talent come through Middle Georgia. And I'll say this, man. I think the coaching is getting better as well. In the area, in Georgia, period. I won't just say Middle Georgia, but I think in Georgia the coaching is getting better. So it's getting harder to win those games. So it's not you're not dealing with the science teacher coaching basketball anymore in the area. So you got to come out and play and compete every night. And just to hit on what you guys talked about, man, just listening to the coach. I know as parents, that's easier said than done because we think we got the keys or the answer to everything. But again, man, just make sure you end the conversation with listen to your coach. Right? I'm not gonna tell anybody not to give their kid or their child advice, but at the end of the day, they need to be listening to the coach and be acting as a unit. You want to perform as a unit. You got to move as a unit when you're out there on whether it's the football field, the basketball court, whatever. So continue that message. I know we're gonna have a lot of bleacher coaches as on social media as time goes and football is wrapping up. The bleacher coaches keep being bleacher coaches. I ain't got nothing else for you.
I do want to give one more shout out. College coach on the girls side, University of Fort Lauderdale, Coach Jay.
Oh yeah, they offered, right? A couple girls got offered.
Got 3 girls got some offers, but he came. He made a long trip down here, man, to come watch some girls. And then he stayed over and got some extra eyes on some girls. So I just I appreciate him for that.
100%.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of people don't do that. So in this day and age, they just recruit off social media or the transfer portal. So for him to continue to do it the old school way, actually hit the road and spend the time to actually come put faces with names and just grind, So I respect that, and I appreciate him. So I don't want to leave him out. So
yeah, I was going to say also shout out to the teams in the area that are getting outside of the area to go play in these showcases to let people outside of Middle Georgia know how they represent on the girls and the boys side.
Yep.
Attacking these different showcases and going and compete and winning games and bringing hopefully notoriety back to Middle Georgia with them. So salute for that as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Tat, you got anything before we get out of here?
Got to go to work tomorrow.
Leave it alone, y'all. Tat grumpy, man. Go catch him next time. Now. Stop now.
Yeah, we'll get him next time, man.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. I don't know if we going next week or not. Are we going next week? What's next week?
Next week.
Next week.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Right.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we make it on an every 2-week schedule to be more consistent for you guys to know when we coming on and be more consistent with us or something along those lines. But we'll figure it out. But more to come on that. Other than that, Charles, hit us with a slick saying and then hit the button.
Everybody gotta go to work. Good night. No, man. I'm just playing, man. Y'all be good. Be kind. Back to the bleacher coaches. Keep being bleacher coaches, man. We respect y'all too, man. It's all good. Good night. We out.